After much of a wait, it finally arrived. My crossbody conversion kit for the Longchamp Le Pliage pouch. So I ordered this kit from Etsy. I'll make sure to link everything below. But the reason I decided to go with this kit versus buying different components, this kit actually comes with the hole punching components, which includes the hole puncher as well as the grommet kit and the strap. So the hole punching kit comes with the hole punch itself, the kit that you use to install the grommet, and 3 pairs or 6 grommet sets. So part of the kit comes with this leather strap. So this leather strap is 0.35 inches wide with adjustable length between 42 to 49 inches. Because I'm on the shorter size, so I actually purchased additional $2 for custom length, which I made this strap 38 to 45 inches. So the leather strap matches exactly to the leather part of the pouch. I would say there's a slight difference between the thickness of the thread. So the thread that's used on Longchamp, I would say it's a little bit thinner than the thread that's used on the strap. But in terms of the width of the stitching and the color of the stitching, it matches almost exactly. Also, the gold hardware matches the color of the gold hardware of the Longchamp exactly. So I was a little bit surprised by how thin the strap is, but I think it should be okay because it does match the, it does match the thickness of the handle perfectly. So it probably makes sense to be this thin so that it doesn't look awkward, but I hope the thinness does not become a problem and cuts into my shoulder. But overall, I'm really happy with the quality of the strap. It's really nicely made. The leather matches exactly to the flap, so it almost looks like it's made by Longchamp. And it's fairly flexible. I would imagine the more I use, the softer it become. So yeah, I'm really happy about this kit. So before tax, this whole kit with the leather strap, with the 6 sets of grommet and the hole punching and the entire kit cost me $35. So that means including the bag, which make this pouch into a crossbody bag, will be around $100. And that was because I got this bag on sale for $60. So I just wanted to point out that at the end of the day, you're still looking at over $100 for a tiny little crossbody bags. Definitely keep that in mind that you're not really saving that much money to do this DIY, but rather the reason you want to do this DIY is because you like that look. I would say that if you're looking for a Longchamp crossbody bag that's in the smaller size, I think it's probably better to go with the extra small, which already have all this stuff and you don't have to potentially make a mistake and ruin your bag. The Longchamp Torchon extra small bag, the linen one that I reviewed a while ago, I recently saw that at Nordstrom Rack on sale for $104. And Nordstrom recently had 60% off of their red tag items. If you're able to score that bag during the 60%, additional 60% off, not Nordstrom Rack, you're looking at $40 for that bag. So it's way less expensive than doing this DIY. So I just wanted to throw out there, don't do this DIY because you think you will save some money. I would say it's probably easier for you to purchase a extra small size that's already a crossbody bag. So the reason I wanted to do this DIY is because I really like this size. I really like the lightness of it. And that's the reason why for me this DIY makes sense. So I watched a couple videos of how people punched or installed grommet. It looked pretty simple. Basically, there are 3 steps. So the first step is you use this punching tool to create a hole. And then once you have a hole, what you would do is sandwich the hole between the bottom and the top piece. So kind of like this. Like that. And you use this device, you would hit it so that the grommet will close. Okay, my camera ran out of battery and I ended up doing this one off camera. So I made a mistake when I was doing it first time and that's why it came out like this. I ended up have to pull it off. Luckily, it didn't damage the bag, but yeah, it's not as even as I would like. So the grommet that I punched ended up landing on the stitching, which was something that I was trying to avoid. Does it look bad? A little. It doesn't look too even, but I think it's okay because once I put the attachment, it's hard to see. Let me share what I learned. So first of all, the top part and you have the bottom part. So this step is right. But then what you want to do is that the top part is where you put it on to this piece, and then this bottom part goes on top. And what happens is that this edge right here, this longer rod with this pointy end, when it goes down like this, what it does is that it smushed down this part right here, so that's how it closes off the grommet. So let me kind of show you how I would do it. So first of all, I would try to punch a hole as close to the inside as you can. But since I'm trying to match the other one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to get to where I had it before, which was about right here. And then the second thing is, whatever you're punching this hole, make sure that you have, enough protection on the bottom. As you can see, I made a little indentation in my cutting board. So make sure you're, hammering it on a surface that you don't care. So what I did is I put an extra magazine underneath. Since I don't really care about this thing, but I do want to preserve the cutting board. So you want to squish the bag. Try to make it centered and as flat as you can. So yeah, I think that looks about right. And then what you want to do is use your hammer and hit it. Be careful, don't hurt your hand. All right, there you go. I ended up cutting this cloth, but as you can see, pull this out. It punched through. Pull it out. And I'm going to use a pen to just poke this out. Yeah, you can see how thick this leather piece is. Now you wanted to put this piece on top, push it through. Oh man, see, this one I did so much better. It's not covering the line. Oh well. And then this piece, so there's two sides to this piece. There's one side that's concaved, so it's like going in. So make sure that the piece that's concaved is facing the leather part. So now what you're going to do is you want it to have the top of the bag is on this stand, and then the bottom of the bag is where you loop this thing through. So now you want it to hammer. So I did about 7 times. It's still not enough. So let me just keep going. I still feel a little loose, so I'm gonna keep going a little bit more. Okay, so now that feels much more sturdy. This side I definitely did better than this side because I accidentally punched the hole that's a little too close to the outside. So this side you can see that I can still see the stitching, but this side I ended up covering the stitching and it's a little crooked to the right side. But either way, I think this is good enough and nobody's gonna pay that close of attention. I know I will know, but next time when I'm doing this, I feel like I will be able to do it a lot better. So now let's try to attach the strap. easily. It's able to fit easily. And then this side. Yay! I have myself a crossbody bag. Oh my god, this is so cute. Just to recap what I did. So when you're punching the hole, making sure that you're punching the hole not too close to the outside, like what I did here. I ended up slightly covering the stitching. It's not the best look, but I made peace with it. This side I did much better, so just be very cautious with the fact that when you're punching the hole, it's not too close to the edge. So once you did that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have this piece right here that goes on top of the bag. You're gonna close it off with a piece like this on the bottom and making sure that there's like a little dent side. It is facing the flap of the bag. So once you have those two pieces, what you want to do is that you want to flip the bag over like this, and this is where you use the smaller piece on the bottom like that, and then you're going to have this longer piece pushing down so that when you're hammering it, this section right here that you can see, it will get flattened out. So that's basically what you're doing. All right, I hope you learned from my mistakes. Hopefully when you do your DIY, you get exactly how you want it. I'm gonna do some mock shots that you can see how this look on me. Overall, this DIY was really fast. If I wasn't recording, I think I could get this done within, a couple minutes. Once I realized my mistake, it was really easy. So I hope you found this helpful. So I'll put the DIY kit that I purchased from Etsy. I think the quality is great, and I really like the fact that they gave you extra grommet. I was hoping potentially I can do 2 more DIYs out of this, but I ruined one, so now I can get 1 more, which is fine. A little sad, but it was a good learning experience. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I will see you next week. Bye.